Stoic seekers. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you're unsure whether to stay and fight or simply walk away? In today's video, we'll dive into the wisdom of Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, to uncover the key principles behind knowing when you can walk away. Stay tuned to discover how these ancient teachings can help you navigate life's challenges with grace and wisdom. Lesson 1. Understanding Stoic detachment. Epictetus teaches us the importance of detachment from external events and outcomes. By recognizing what is within our control, our thoughts, actions and attitudes, and what is outside our control, external circumstances, we can make wise decisions about when it is appropriate to walk away. In the Stoic philosophy of Epictetus, the concept of detachment plays a crucial role in guiding our actions and decisions, particularly when it comes to knowing when to walk away from a situation. Detachment, in this context, does not mean indifference or apathy, but rather a clear-eyed understanding of what is within our control and what is not. Epictetus teaches us that our thoughts, actions, and attitudes are within our control. These are the aspects of ourselves that we can work on and improve. External circumstances, on the other hand, are largely beyond our control. These include things like other people's actions, natural events, and societal norms. By recognizing this distinction, we can approach situations with a sense of clarity and purpose. We can focus our efforts on what is within our control, such as how we respond to a situation, rather than becoming fixated on things we cannot change. This shift in perspective empowers us to make wise decisions about when it is appropriate to walk away. For example, if we find ourselves in a toxic relationship or a hostile work environment, we can choose to walk away knowing that we have done what is within our power to improve the situation. This understanding of detachment allows us to maintain our inner peace and integrity, even in the face of challenging circumstances. In essence, Stoic detachment is about letting go of our attachment to external outcomes and focusing instead on living in accordance with our values and principles. It is a key principle that can guide us in knowing when it is time to walk away from a situation that no longer serves our well-being. Lesson 2. The power of acceptance. According to Epictetus, true freedom lies in accepting the things we cannot change. By accepting that some situations are beyond our control, we can choose to walk away without being burdened by regret or resentment. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, believed that true freedom comes from accepting the things we cannot change. This principle is particularly relevant when considering whether to walk away from a situation. By accepting that some circumstances are beyond our control, we can make the decision to walk away without being burdened by regret or resentment. Imagine you are in a job that no longer aligns with your values or brings you joy. You may feel frustrated or stuck, wishing things were different. However, according to Epictetus, true freedom comes from accepting that this job is beyond your control to change. By accepting this reality, you can choose to walk away without feeling weighed down by regret or resentment. Acceptance does not mean giving up or resigning yourself to a situation. Instead, it is about acknowledging reality as it is, rather than as you wish it to be. This acceptance empowers you to make decisions based on what is best for your well-being, rather than being driven by negative emotions. Walking away from a situation with acceptance allows you to move forward with a sense of peace and clarity. It frees you from being trapped in a cycle of regret or resentment and empowers you to take control of your own life. Ultimately, the power of acceptance lies in its ability to liberate you from the burdens of the past and to open up new possibilities for the future. Lesson 3. Honoring your values. Epictetus encourages us to live in accordance with our values and principles. If a situation compromises our values or causes us to act in a way that is inconsistent with our beliefs, it may be a sign that it is time to walk away. Epictetus places great emphasis on living a life in accordance with our values and principles. He teaches that if a situation compromises our values or requires us to act in a way that is inconsistent with our beliefs, it may be a sign that it is time to walk away. Imagine you are in a relationship where your partner consistently disrespects you. Despite your efforts to address the issue, the behavior continues, causing you to compromise your self-respect. According to Epictetus, this situation is a clear example of when it may be necessary to walk away. By honoring your value of self-respect, you are choosing to prioritize your well-being over maintaining the relationship. Living in accordance with our values requires courage and conviction. It means being willing to make difficult decisions, even when they may be unpopular or challenging. However, by staying true to our values, we can live a life that is authentic and fulfilling. Walking away from a situation that compromises our values is not a sign of weakness, but of strength. It demonstrates our commitment to living a life that is true to ourselves, even in the face of adversity. By honoring our values, we can live with integrity and purpose, knowing that we are acting in alignment with our deepest beliefs. Lesson 4. The role of reason. Stoicism emphasizes the use of reason to guide our actions. Epictetus teaches us to evaluate situations calmly and rationally, rather than being driven by our emotions. By using reason to assess whether a situation is worth staying in or walking away from, we can make decisions that align with our highest ideals. In the Stoic philosophy of Epictetus, the use of reason is paramount in guiding our actions and decisions. He teaches us to evaluate situations calmly and rationally, rather than being driven by our emotions. By using reason to assess whether a situation is worth staying in or walking away from, we can make decisions that align with our highest ideals. Imagine you are in a conflict with a colleague at work. Your initial reaction may be to respond with anger or frustration. However, according to Epictetus, this is where the use of reason comes into play. By taking a step back and evaluating the situation objectively, you can determine whether it is worth engaging in the conflict or if it is better to walk away to maintain your peace of mind. Using reason to assess a situation allows us to see things more clearly and objectively. It helps us to avoid being swayed by our emotions, which can often cloud our judgment. By making decisions based on reason rather than emotion, we can act in a way that is consistent with our values and principles. Ultimately, the role of reason in knowing when to walk away is about making decisions that are guided by wisdom and clarity of thought. By using reason as our guide, we can navigate life's challenges with a sense of purpose and integrity, knowing that we are acting in accordance with our highest ideals. Lesson 5. Cultivating inner peace. Ultimately, knowing when to walk away is about cultivating inner peace. By following the teachings of Epictetus and practicing Stoic principles, we can develop the inner strength and clarity of mind to make decisions that lead to a more peaceful and fulfilling life. At the heart of Epictetus' teachings is the idea of cultivating inner peace. Knowing when to walk away from a situation is not just about external circumstances, it is also about maintaining a sense of tranquility and clarity within ourselves. Imagine you are faced with a difficult decision at work that could potentially jeopardize your values. Instead of being consumed by stress or anxiety, you are able to approach the situation calmly and confidently. This inner peace allows you to make decisions that are aligned with your values and principles, even in the face of uncertainty. Cultivating inner peace is a lifelong practice that involves following the teachings of Epictetus and practicing Stoic principles. It requires us to cultivate virtues such as wisdom, courage, and temperance, and to live in accordance with our highest ideals. By cultivating inner peace, we can navigate life's challenges with grace and integrity. We can make decisions that lead to a more peaceful and fulfilling life, knowing that we are acting in accordance with our values and principles. Ultimately, the path to inner peace lies in following the teachings of Epictetus and living a life that is true to ourselves. As we conclude our journey through Epictetus' wisdom, remember that knowing when to walk away is not a sign of weakness, but of strength and wisdom. By practicing detachment, acceptance, and rationality, we can navigate life's challenges with grace and integrity. I hope you found this video insightful and inspiring. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom. Until next time, stay Stoic.